Hey guys, Josh Carter here. Got James. I want to thank you guys for tuning into the channel. We're going to be doing a walkthrough of the 2023 Ranger RT198P, so stay tuned. All right guys, so we just got back from Missouri. We are freaking whooped. I mean, we drove all night, all freaking night. We just came back from Wisconsin doing a Hobie BOS event. So you can be able to see that video. If you haven't, I'll put a link at the top here. We had a really fun event up there. Yep. But anyways, we went and picked up a little something. This is what we've been talking about in the podcast show. This is what we've been talking about on our YouTube stuff, saying, you know, we got some more stuff coming. So we're going to go ahead and dig into this, but just you know, you guys that are subscribed now, don't think that we're just going straight to bass boat. We're still doing the kayak stuff and all that. So this is just something great to take the families out and do a few bass boat events, but just to kind of cover all bases, you know. So, but anyways, we're going to dig into this. Hope you enjoy the video. All right, guys. Like I said, we got the 2023 Ranger RT198P. This is the cut package. And then we actually went to Pro's Choice Marine in Missouri to pick this up. So this has got the power poles added to it. It's got the Atlas jack plate added to it, the hydraulic jack plate. And this is something we've been talking about for a while. We've been wanting another boat that we can take the families out and also fish tournaments and kind of have everything that we wanted with the boat. So, but the one thing that when we were looking these up, being this is new and they've changed just a few things on the 2023s compared to the other models, we just wanted to do a walkthrough for you guys because, like I say, when we were looking up videos, there wasn't a lot to answer questions.
full like in-depth video of everything. So and then that's what we're gonna do. Yeah,
and if you look at the dealers' videos, they don't really talk about much. They don't show much, you know. So we just want to do a walkthrough, a full walkthrough of everything on here. So we'll start in the back here. As you can see, we just put on the Mercury cover. This come with the 115 Pro XS. We took it out yesterday. Y'all will see a video coming up next of things to test while out on the water when you can buy a brand new boat. It works with a used boat as well. You know what I mean? So things to check when you're purchasing a boat, you know. So but anyways, you'll see that video coming out. This boat runs really smooth.
like a glass boat.
Yeah.
Almost. I mean, we haven't had nothing super rough yet, but
there was some traffic on the lake.
We were very impressed.
Yeah. I really impressed with the turning, like just making, like we didn't cut like a 90, but I mean, you know, because we were running it back and forth, just running the motor, and you make a long run. We were scared to run that lake too much. It had a lot of standing timber in it. So but anyways, we made a turn, come back, and just kept doing that. And I mean, just the power of it, of the 150 on the back of this thing, it was pretty nice. So, but anyways, got the Atlas hydraulic jack plate on here. The one thing that we did go back to the dealer for was we didn't feel like the motor was trimming up as far as it was. And it's actually it was very simple for him. It was like a 2-minute deal.
Yeah, I mean, we might could do, if y'all are interested in knowing how to do that, we could leave it in the comments below and
we can show you how to reprogram
how to do that.
But it just, like I say, it just wasn't coming up all the way. So anyways, we went back, and I feel like, because we got what, 50 out of 51?
51.
Yeah, 51 out of it. So and we were thinking about doing adjusting the jack plate a little bit more, just to get the motor a little bit lower, to maybe get a little bit more speed.
And we don't think we were able to even trim it enough. I mean, it barely trimmed up. I mean, like where the motor's at right now, it wasn't much farther than that we could actually trim it. Yeah.
So anyways, we got them to redo that, but we haven't had it on the water since we've done that, so we don't know what speeds we're going to gain out of that. But I'm pretty happy with 51. But you know, as everybody, it's got something with, you try to get more speed out of it. It don't matter if you got a trolling motor back on a kayak. You're trying to figure out a way to get more speed. So but anyways, this one's good. We put they put the power poles on there for us. We got the ratcheting boat buckles. Now that is something that we were questioning. It says on Ranger that it comes with them, but I don't know if that was just with the cut package or if that was just with the.
I don't know, but for they're not coming with them anymore.
Yeah. And some, but you know, when we were at Pro's Choice, they had them on there, but some of the other boats we looked at online that was the 2023s didn't have, they had the junk ones, and you want to make sure you put those on, because if not, it'll beat your boat up real bad on long trips. It'll scratch it up real bad. You got the boarding ladder, which is pretty nice for the kids if they're swimming. They can get out right there, get out, get in, whatever. You got your pump outs, your bilge pump out, your live well pump out. Like I say, we got the power pole. These are the Sportsman's. We're gonna try them out and see. So far, they were pretty nice. The only thing that on the water we had a little bit of a scare, and you'll see in the other video that we put them down and they didn't want to come back up, but it was, you just had to have the system bled and get the air out of the system. But after that, they worked perfect. Like I say, he's got that's the 3-in-1 transducer in the back for the Lowrance system. Up front doesn't have it, but it's got it on the trolling motor, which we're going to be upgrading that transducer as well, so we can do, we'll show you guys later another time with that. But anyways, that's basically it on the back right here. I mean,
and then the remote.
Oh yeah, you got
plug.
you got your remote drain plug. I really like that.
And this here, when you get it to there, it's smooth. You got to wait till you'll feel a little click, and that means it's in there all the way.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty cool feature.
Yeah. All right, we ended up adding the steer lock system for going down the road. Who was it that made these? Was these TH Marine?
TH Marine.
Yeah, TH Marine steer locks. They're tight.
Yeah.
You know, getting them on there, they're really tight. But like I say, keeping the motor from turning side to side, because when you got this kind of motor lock system, transom saver, I couldn't think of the word. You want to make sure the motor ain't turning as much. And I mean, this one's got plastic ends on it. You can already see where it's kind of rubbed a spot on the motor. So we might have to put a rag, or we talked to the dealer about like the other ones that go in here. He really didn't seem like they recommended that one too much. So, but anyways, that's not a bad deal. We just got to do something with that rubbing. We'll figure that out. Now, I will say with this boat, before we dig further in, and we're going to go over the pros and cons of it that we have found already. There's some things you don't see. Well, there's a couple things we just found since we got home with it that we didn't, you know, we're going to change up or whatever. Yeah. But it's not a deal breaker, you know what I mean? But anyways, got your lights system here, your gas on that side, and then we'll kind of go into getting into the back compartments here. We'll go there, so you can see they actually upgraded the charging system.
Yeah.
On this one,
and it's good with lithium, all different types of battery. So that's one of the questions we asked. So this will actually charge lithium as well.
Yeah. And
your pumps.
Yep. We'll give camera James there.
Your pumps and all are back here in the back. Both of them on both sides. It's got good access down here to like your pumps and all down here. They got your batteries here. We're going to probably do some refiguration on all this here in the near future.
Just kind of clean it up.
Because they put the trolling motor, that's your trolling motor breaker, and they've got your other breakers right here to turn everything off. That looks okay, but we're probably going to do some reconfiguring here.
They do have plenty of room though, so if you ever wanted to either put stuff back there,
yeah,
or slide your batteries a little further forward, you know.
Yeah.
Let's try a second. They got. It's a lot of room back here because your fuel tank is under the seat.
Yeah.
So you got so much room back there. I mean, you could go 36-volt system with plenty of room. You know.
Yeah.
If you wanted to add another battery just for your graphs, you got the room. So. This one's just basically, you know, your tackle storage. It's hard to tell how deep it is, but we've got all our paperwork.
Yeah,
and stuff
it's, you know, it's deep enough for 3700. It's probably all it is. And these are your boat ratchets for your cover, and it comes with a bunch of other little. This is all the stuff we did. We're going to probably be shooting a video on this here in the near future, very soon. But it's just. This is all the Lowrance stuff for the fish finders.
Yeah.
Extra stuff and your power pole stuff, and but
all that.
Just a bunch of toilet reading material.
Yeah.
And then this is a live well.
I can't remember how many gallons it was on that one.
Yeah, but you know, it's got your pump out here, your recirc here, and everything. I mean,
the divider piece comes out really nice too.
Yeah, we tried all this on the water. Everything seemed to work really, really nice.
Yep.
And then you got a compartment on this side, which is identical to the other one.
We got the rain suits and stuff in there now.
Yep.
We couldn't do nothing with the coin box because the coin box is on back order right now.
Yeah, so, and they're like non-existent. So yeah.
So we got the seat there. I'm going to say probably right now one of the biggest complaints, we're going to talk about this real quick, is how this console is set up.
Just pop
the light loose.
Yeah.
I'll let James sit in there and show you too. He's going to fix that real quick. But I'm a bigger dude too, and it's like
your alignment.
It's like you're sitting to the side of the console a little bit.
Yeah, it's like I got a gangster lean or something. But I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah.
But there is.
It just feels like the console needs to go further to the left.
Yeah.
What, by like an inch, 2 inches, something like that?
Yeah, maybe even a little bit more than that, really.
Just because you got right here and right here is so close. So like if you're sliding in, it's kind of tight, and like you can't really put this down in a lower position for, you know, if you want to have it lower. So you kind of got to run it in a higher position.
And I'm 6 foot, and I'll just sit over here, and I mean there's adequate room.
Yeah.
Over here to sit down and everything. Found myself already just doing this. But the little cup holder here, which
it's all right.
I feel like we feel like it's probably going to get broken if you use it.
Yeah.
So we'll probably end up doing something different here. These here for your rod butts, they're only like 3/4 of an inch deep.
Yeah,
we thought that they
would
have been just a little different. And we wish they would have put something like this on the back where the wires came out.
Yeah,
Josh will show you that.
Yeah, just right here. I wish they would have done something a little different here instead of a super big hole, you know, like that's basically what it is there. So we might change some stuff up with that as well. Kind of getting into the console. I mean, it's your basic setup, you know. You got your speedometer, your RPM, your trim, your fuel gauge. You know, you got your lights, your horn, exterior lights,
tilt.
Yeah. And then they mounted the power pole switch on there for us. Bilge pump, recirc pump, and then I guess it's an auxiliary switch, like if you want to put something else.
Yeah.
Like, you know, rub rail lights or whatever.
Yeah.
You want to run.
And over here, they got your open and close for your live well, a courtesy light, your jack plate right here, and this we didn't know about was 2 auxiliary ports right here. So
are they USBs?
They're actually, one's a USB and one is a regular 12 volt
like
AC plug. They got this little port here to get underneath here, which I mean, it's pretty stout, but you're pushing your feet against here going down the lake and stuff like that. So we'll probably end up doing something different with that. We got this cubby right here. They did put a little like drain plug in here, but the drain plug is a little bit above. That's going to have to be right much water in there for the water to drain out of it with that little plug. And better off not to put that in there. But it's got, you know, a ring around it and all that stuff. I've seen online where some people, these aren't very watertight. So we'll probably just put certain little goodies in there or whatever.
Yeah.
It's got like a vent here to vent inside the console, because it is completely sealed and everything underneath. I think the only way to really access this is to take this front face off here and get inside there.
Got the, well here too, this is something, I don't know if all boats are gonna be like this. This is a pet peeve of us, we manufacture stuff. It's kind of rough looking.
It's really,
It's just a plier holder. I get that. Some people, it ain't gonna matter a hill of beans to, but
that can be cleaner. So we're gonna probably do something a little different with that too.
And then you got your cooler.
Yeah,
which is a good size cooler.
It's a nice size cooler. It's actually deeper than I would say the box is in the back.
Yeah.
But it seems really nice.
Yeah,
and Romy, we have no idea how long it will hold ice or anything like that, but we'll do a test and
we'll
let everybody know.
We're coming close to fall now, so hopefully we'll have some good warm days so we can actually test it. Then we got this compartment.
This.
Go ahead, James. Sorry.
This was a lot shallower than we were thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, as you can see, I mean, it's only, you know, a foot deep, if that. It's really not a foot deep. But they got your light for your front light over here, the holder for that. We took this off of the spare tire that was underneath the thing because we just figured that would be the first thing somebody would steal in a parking lot.
Yep.
Since it just pops off. This was pretty neat that we didn't know about, and I think this is what Josh was talking about right here, is a little thing for your pedestals for your seats.
Yep.
That's a really nice setup.
And then also too, they added the gas struts, the gas shocks for the doors.
Yeah.
Where a lot of people was complaining, adding them to them and all that stuff, because there's not a lot out there saying that they did that.
Yeah.
For a while, so we were trying to figure out what to buy so we could get them installed as soon as we got them. But they put them on this, they put it on the rod box, and they all, you know, naturally they're gonna have them on the center box.
Yeah.
And it's got the nice rod holders.
Yep.
Tie downs on both sides.
Yep.
This one's got 3 ports up front for seats. So you got this one, the middle one, and the other one. So if you're crappie fishing or whatever, you know, you want 2 people up front, you got room there. But the front deck on this is really wide.
Yeah.
For like the aluminum boats. I think it's.
I'm gonna step to the back real quick and give you a full view.
I mean, it's plenty of room for 2 people up here fishing.
Yeah.
You know, if you fish a team tournament or whatever, me and James, a lot of times we end up both on the front of the boat when fishing. So, plenty of room for that. We'll show you this compartment real quick before we go any further up front. So, you got your rod tubes, you got your divider in there. I think there's going to be some changes with that. You cannot put
a 37.
Sideways in there. It's just.
They give you they give you a paddle.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of changing that'll probably happen to this compartment.
There, yeah. I mean, but you know, for most people it's probably fine. We always carry a pile load of tackle, so that is not going to work for all our 3700s that we probably bring. So.
Yeah, but it's a lot of real estate in there.
Yeah.
I'd say it's probably close to 4 foot long.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you got room to put a few rods in there. If it's like rods you're going to use for the day, you know, you don't want to put them all in there with your other rods. I think that'll work out, you know, pretty good there. So we got to make a few changes on that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This section over here, this is one of their complaints. This has got a heck of a hump here where they didn't screw it all the way down on this here. But we noticed on the forums that, you know, everybody was making these longer, and that was our intention to do on this boat.
Yeah, where you can take that and make that piece right there a part of a hat.
Yeah, and extend this back right here and attach this door to this and do that. But on the 2023, they actually put, I don't know if I can, they got a big beam right here. Now they put a beam in here to help support this side, so it's gonna hinder that a little bit. So we're gonna see what we can come up with. This box here, it's the same depth as the other one we talked about. It's probably 8 to 10 inches deep at most. Set up to hold 7 rods. They just threw this down in here, the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, we got that mounted.
Yeah.
But
that's pretty much it for that one. But I mean, it's nice. It's got the strut on it.
The boxes, I mean, walking on them seem pretty stable. I mean, they don't flex too bad. So, I mean, I know some people on the older Rangers was talking about how they had a lot of flex in their doors. It seemed like they really braced them up.
Yeah,
Pretty good in here. So,
like, I mean, you could see on some of them that this was pretty weak before on this side, but it's super stable now. But since they put that other brace in there,
yeah. Getting to the front, I mean, it's basically, I mean, this is all fiberglass, recessed foot pedal. I guess it's on probably most of the 198Ps. I'm not sure on the older ones. I can't remember, but this one's got the Lowrance Ghost on it. And so far, when we tested it out on the water, I really like it. I mean, I think it's a nice trolling motor. It's the first time we ever used it. We've all used Minn Kota and Motor Guide and all that. So we've never been able to really test the Lowrance and the Garmin trolling motor and all that stuff. So, I mean, I think for what it is, so far, it seems really nice. And I like the fact that you can go 24 and 36 volt with it. Instead of, you know, you buy a 24 volt and then later on you want to upgrade 36, well, you got to buy a whole new system. You know, this one you got the option to do both. But I mean, it's pretty powerful. What is it, 96 pounds?
90, I think it's 97.
97 pounds of thrust and 24 volt, and then
120, I think, and 36.
Like yeah, so I mean, it's a powerful motor. I like the spot lock feature. I mean, you know, you guys follow along. We do trolling motor mounts and all that stuff. So we got the XI3s on our kayaks, and the spot lock feature is game changer on the kayak side. So, and it is in the bass boat, which it's been on the bass boat stuff for a long while now. But got another 9 in dash. Got the Lowrance puck system up front, and then like I say, your light there. Another thing that we did not like is the way they put this mat on. It puts it right on the weld, which is already like on this side, and you can see like here where it should have probably been cut out a little bit more here. See if it could have slid in a little further. It's where this is mounted, it's already pulling this up. So
it might have been a Friday install.
Yeah.
And we noticed too, this foot pedal is like awfully far back to be able to get to the switches.
Yeah, it's hard to get your hand in there.
I mean, like, you kind of gotta do some crazy maneuvering, so we might have to move this forward just a little bit just to be able to work the buttons. I mean, like, my fingers are barely long enough to get in there to even hit it.
And then plus, like, working a little bit, like if your heel just kind of hangs off the back a little bit, it hits here.
Yeah.
So, not a big deal, but just cutting it on and off, that's the biggest issue.
Yeah.
With that, you know, so.
And they probably could have installed it a little straighter.
Yeah. But got the power pole buttons up front, which we didn't know that was going to be on there. So
yeah, we didn't.
I think the dealer helped us out with that. Really appreciate that. Other than that, we're pretty happy with everything on the boat so far. Like I say, it's an odd and end cosmetic things. Like, you know, you pay a little bit for the boat and you're kind of like, you thought they would have put more effort into certain things, and some things they don't. So it's not game changer, I mean, or deal breaker, I mean, for us. But, you know, some stuff you're kind of like, why did you not do that? But that's not just Ranger. We've looked at a lot of boats.
Yeah. From
the forums. When you buy a boat, before you buy a boat, and most of y'all know, join the forums. Join, you know, all these forums for each model boat. I mean, there's a whole big thing just on the Ranger aluminum boats. Yeah. So, but anyways, yeah, I mean, join the forums. You know, get connected with these people. Look at what they're doing. Like that box deal over there where they were cutting it out. That we learned they were doing that on the forum. James talked about it for a while. Yeah. And then we seen people starting to do it. But like on the 2023s, you don't want to do it because you're cutting into support, and that'd be a whole warranty issue if you do have something happen.
Yeah. Yeah, we might try to see if we can get creative on that, but that'll be in the future.
Yeah. So I mean, but you know. The final overview of it, I mean, I'm really happy with it. I mean, I think it's going to be a great fishing platform.
Yeah, and we found out that you cannot just call Ranger and figure out the status of these boats or anything like that. They are not built in Flippin, Arkansas.
No.
In the Ranger plant. I mean, I'm sure a ton of people know that already, but they are built right along the same assembly line as the tracker boats. And that's probably why the quality is a little bit different than it used to be when they were built in flipping.
Yeah.
Like we're going to go over the trailer here in just a minute.
Yeah.
But the trailer is not, when you go online and look at all the Ranger trailer videos, it does not use the C channel anymore. It is a tube.
Yeah.
Tube trailer. Nothing wrong with the tube trailer. It's just what Ranger always talked about being the C channel.
Yeah, yeah, that was their pride and joy when they built their boats, you know what I mean, was their C channel. So
and one thing we want to talk about is the ride.
Yeah.
When we took it out, like, it doesn't feel like a tin boat.
Yeah, it don't have that that aluminum. Like I got my dad's old boat, his Crestliner that we're going to use down here some, and riding in that boat, which is not a bad ride, and it's a 19-foot boat. I mean, it's just like this, but you can tell a little bit difference in the ride of the boat, and hitting waves, it just feels like it jars you really bad. Here, this one actually rode through the waves, which we hit a couple of decent ones yesterday for some boats.
Yes, we did.
I mean, we hit them on purpose, just to see different angles and all that stuff. We didn't get wet. It sprayed all the water out really well. Aluminum boats are known for getting wet when being a wet ride sometimes. So that was nice. Everything was perfect with that. So, but we'll kind of show you the trailer, some of the upgrades that are different on the 2023s that we've noticed.
Yeah, that we think they're upgrades.
Yeah.
And if not,
they might have started.
Know.
Yeah, they might have started doing them later 2022. But there was a lot of complaints on the Ranger forums with these trailers.
Yeah.
So we're going to show you a few things that they upgraded on that. All right, like right here up front, a lot of people were complaining because they were actually building a bracket to support that because it was angled like this. So when people were running their boats up on it, they were cracking them and breaking them. This is more of a straight up structure. Looks very well built. They did put these on here. I guess the roller was supposed to be upgraded to what it was, but
yeah, I mean, as
it's
you can
already
see, that one's already
kind of tore up a little
beat
bit.
up. And we noticed, like, when people putting a brace on here, there's actually no room to put the brace down on this one.
Yeah, it ain't no room on that. It's got the swing away tongue, which I think all of them have that. But yeah, I mean, so far we've
it pulls great.
Yeah, it's a good pulling trailer. This one's got the tandem axle on it, so got the nice little LED lights on it, all that, the basic stuff that comes on trailers now.
Yeah.
Loaded pretty decent yesterday. So, for the first time, each boat's different how it loads, so, we just had to figure that out on where the trailer needed to be set up in the water. But, I mean, other than that, though, I mean, we're really happy with it. I mean, I think it's going to be a great...
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we pulled 1,200 miles of this thing non-stop yesterday.
Off the giddy.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as we got it, we put it in the water. We ran it for what, an hour? We might have been on the water an hour, maybe an hour and a half.
Yeah.
At the very most, and then it came out of the water. We went and got the trim checked, and then
boom, hit the road.
1,200 miles
back to Virginia. And I will say it's a good pulling boat. It's not super heavy, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is you can see we got our little Bronco hooked up to it. That's got the small motor in it. The
3-cylinder.
Yeah, and it pulled it. Don't get me wrong, we went through some gas pulling it compared to probably what it was with something else. But
yeah, we won't recommend it.
Yeah.
For everything, but we were in a situation where we didn't even think that this was going to be ready.
Yeah.
And we were fishing a kayak tournament, and then they called us and told us it was ready. And we weren't going to drive back 16 hours.
And then drive out
get
there.
back in the car and drive 16 hours to go get it.
Yeah.
So.
And you notice we still got the links up top. I mean, like I said, we just got into town. We just got in 11 o'clock this morning and slept half a day. And then come out here and got to tinkering with the boat. So, but, I mean, other than that, guys, I hope you really enjoyed the video. I mean, like I say, we're really happy with it. If you got any questions or any comments, put them down below in the comment section there, and we'll do our best to try to get to them. There's some things in the works.
Yeah, subscribe to our email.
Yeah.
That comes out once a week.
At OneObjectiveBF.com. You can go there, subscribe, because we're going to have a few things that product-wise that should be hitting the market here in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So some things that we want to do. And for you guys that are just kind of watching this video and tuning in, we do fishing. We do kayak accessories. We do everything. So we're getting back into the boat side as well. Like I said at the beginning, for you guys that have subscribed, we're not getting out of kayak fishing. It's not. That's a big deal. We love kayak fishing. So
this is not to replace it.
No, not at all. So, but anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I say, hit the subscribe button. Please hit the thumbs up button. That helps us out a lot. And like I said earlier, comment below. Let us know what you think. If you got an RT198, let us know what you think about your boat. I know some guys like them, some guys had issues, some guys never had an issue. I think it just depends on the boat you get and the day it was made. It was made on a Monday or a Friday. You know what I mean? I don't know. But but other than that, guys, hit the subscribe button. We'll talk to you later.
And I hope to see you on the water.
See ya.